birth of a legend. 1944. America's industrial might was building the most powerful warship the world had ever seen. It began with a single piece of steel, the keel of the USS Missouri. For 3 years, thousands of workers labored around the clock to build this monster. The president's daughter christened her Missouri. In moments, the giant ship would meet the sea. 45,000 tons of American steel slid into the East River. 9 guns that could hurl shells the weight of small cars over 20 miles. Captain William Callahan would lead the ship into the heart of war. On June 11, 1944, the USS Missouri officially joined the United States Navy. Into the Pacific, she left New York Harbor. Destination: the most brutal war in history. Across the Atlantic she steamed, but the Pacific was her ultimate destination. Through the Panama Canal with barely 2 feet to spare on each side. The most powerful navy ever assembled was preparing to bring Japan to its knees. Admiral Bull Halsey made Missouri his flagship, the most aggressive commander in the Pacific Fleet. Over 2,000 men called this ship home. A floating city heading into combat. These guns could fire a shell the weight of a car over 20 miles. Every night, eyes searched the darkness. The enemy was out there somewhere. Fire and steel. At Iwo Jima, Missouri's guns hammered Japanese defenses with devastating precision. Missouri covered the Marines as they stormed one of the deadliest beaches in history. At Okinawa, the Kamikazes came. Missouri faced Japan's most desperate weapon. April 11th, 1945. A kamikaze dove straight at the Missouri. The Zero came screaming down. There was nowhere to run. The impact shook the entire ship. But Missouri's armor had stopped the blow. The kamikaze left only a dent. Missouri was built to survive anything. Captain Callahan ordered full military honors for the enemy pilot. Even in war, dignity. Victory. Missouri's guns struck the Japanese homeland itself. Defeat was inevitable. August 6th. The crew heard news of a bomb that changed everything. Japan surrendered. The war was finally mercifully over. Missouri led the victorious fleet into Tokyo Bay. History awaited. 200 warships anchored in Tokyo Bay, waiting for one final act. The deck was prepared for history. In hours, World War II would officially end. Representatives from every allied nation gathered to witness Japan's final defeat. General Douglas MacArthur, the man who would accept Japan's surrender for the world. Japan's delegation approached the ship. The empire had come to surrender. Foreign Minister Shigemitsu struggled up the gangway, his nation's weight on his shoulders. The whole world watched. 6 years of war about to end. We are gathered here to conclude a solemn agreement. The words that ended war. With a stroke of a pen, Japan surrendered. The war was over. General MacArthur signed for all the Allied powers. The signature that ended everything. Every Allied nation signed. The bloodiest war in history was formally over. Hundreds of aircraft roared overhead. The war that killed millions was finally over. Cold War warrior. After the war, Missouri was mothballed. The mighty ship sat silent. 1950. Communists invaded South Korea. America needed her battleships again. Missouri was pulled from retirement. War was calling once again. Missouri's guns struck communist positions across Korea. Still deadly. After all the years, her 16-inch shells could reach targets 20 miles inland. A new generation of sailors served where their fathers had fought. Missouri came home again, but the Navy was changing. 1955. Missouri was decommissioned again. Many thought forever this time. Reagan's Battleship. 1984. President Reagan ordered Missouri reactivated and armed with modern cruise missiles. World War II, guns and cruise missiles. Missouri became deadlier than ever. 1991. The Gulf War. Missouri steamed into combat for the third time. Missouri launched Tomahawk missiles into Iraq. Modern warfare from a veteran ship. Her 16-inch guns fired in combat for the last time. The final salvo. 3 wars. 5 decades. Missouri had served her nation faithfully. Eternal Guardian. March 31st, 1992. Oworu. Missouri was decommissioned forever. The battleship era ended. 1998. Missouri made her final voyage. Destination: Pearl Harbor. Hawaii welcomed her home. The ship that ended the war at Pearl Harbor, moored near the Arizona, where the war began and where it ended together forever. Today she teaches new generations about sacrifice, courage, and victory. The USS Missouri, the ship that ended a war, an American legend, forever. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.